Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Gemini for March 2020. So again, if you clicked on the title and you thought, yep, that might resonate with me, perfect. If you listen to the reading and you think, not sure if this is for me, have a look at your other placements. So Moon, Ascendant, Sun, Mars, even Mercury and Venus really, or even if you've got stellium, have a look through. I will be posting all of the signs for March 2020, and obviously feel free to watch as many that you are drawn to. Please remember this is a general reading, so obviously take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to be tuning into the guides to sort of get some insight from them. Then we're going to be utilising the Oracle of the Radiant Sun for you guys, as well as Oracle cards for outcomes. A few astrological placement information that I want to give. We've got Mercury retrograde up until the 9th, 10th of March. We're also going to have around the 10th of March the Sun conjunct Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So there may be a little bit of an illusionary energy here, obviously because, you know, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. We have Neptune in Pisces and the Sun. Either you're going to sort of be feeling very, very intuitive, or maybe lots of illusionary energy. Please obviously just use discernment. And then as we get into the rest of the month, we've got a few other sort of placements going on here. We've got the 21st of March, which is obviously the first day of spring, which is also the first day of Aries season. Yeah, so, and the 22nd of March, which is Jupiter, Pluto, Mars conjunct Capricorn. Are conjunct each other in Capricorn. You've got the Moon conjunct Mercury in Pisces, the Sun conjunct Chiron in Aries, and Saturn is on the cusp of Aquarius. So this 22nd of March, you're potentially going to have my guides, fireworks is the word they've given me there. Moon conjunct Mercury in Pisces. I feel like there could be some very emotional communication coming. Bit of a clear out with the masculine signs, with it Sun being conjunct in Chiron, in Aries, and with Moon conjunct Mercury. Could be maybe feminines are very sensitive, or maybe everyone is very sensitive and they're communicating that way. 23rd of March, we've got the Moon conjunct Neptune, which again, be aware that there may be some emotionally illusionary energy around on that day. If not, then you may also be feeling very intuitive. The trick is to use discernment. So that is going to be the interesting part. Whether or not it is truth or whether or not it is illusionary is going to be down to you. The recommendation from me is grounding, grounding, grounding. Drink lots of water and ground, okay? If you are used to misreading your intuition, then there's an advisory I have to give there. So just don't be jumping in and accusing people of cheating or anything that you think that, you know, if you around these dates I mean, obviously if you're adamant, then do it, but I wouldn't be jumping into any conclusions. I would be waiting for that energy to sort of subside a little bit. So 24th of March, we've got the Moon conjunct Sun and Chiron in Aries, Jupiter, Moon, Mars conjunct Capricorn still, and Saturn on the cusp of Aquarius. So where we've got the Moon, one sec, my nose is sorry about that. Where we've got the Moon conjunct the Sun and Chiron, potentially here you've got the masculine and the feminine here that are going to have a big clear out. So Moon obviously linked to the feminine, the Sun linked to the masculine. Obviously we've got Chiron, which is the wounded healer. 24th of March should be kind of an interesting kind of energy. I will definitely be trying to do a twin flame soulmate check-in around that time, mainly because this energy suggests to me that there will be shifts. Jupiter, Pluto, Mars is still conjunct Capricorn. There may be some passion. That's all I'm going to say. There may be some passion. And this is really the same up until the 25th of March and sort of maybe even a few days after that. Sun conjunct Chiron again. The Jupiter and Sun alone is going to be conjunct in Chiron. So it may well be you're seeing masculines once you've kind of cleared out maybe any karma you've got. Maybe then the masculine or the masculine element within you is being cleared out by Chiron on the 25th. And again, we have Jupiter, Pluto, Mars conjunct in Capricorn. So Pluto being the planet of regeneration, Mars being the planet of action, and Jupiter being the planet of luck and expansion. We've got an interesting end of the month. There's an interesting end of the month. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like there's going to be a lot of unions or discussion around potential unions. That is how I want to put it. They're saying put it back. I've just pulled about 100 cards out of this deck. They just flew out. Geminis, what can we see for March? There's no other messages from the guide, so I'm just going to jump straight into the cards. Oh, good news for you guys. Excitement. There's a lot of I feel like you guys are going to be very busy around March, actually. You may even travel. You may even travel. And by the way, if you can hear screaming, that's my brother watching, I think, football in the other room, and he's a Gemini. So that's kind of ironic. Like, so if you hear like noises, then you know the deal. I'm getting Rome for some reason. Someone's telling me Rome. You may be hearing some good news this month, Gemini. That I feel like you may even be hearing more than one good news. You may be getting multiple options. I'm hearing retreat as well. Maybe you're going on a retreat. Maybe you're looking into a retreat. But there's definitely some kind of busyness and excitability and good news that will be coming your way. I'm also hearing, for some reason I want to talk about siblings as well now. It's like you might be getting communication from siblings or good news from a sibling. Someone may be having a child. Okay, now we've got caution. So there we go. Let's flip that one up. If you are dying to kind of get something done, or to travel somewhere, or to rush to make a decision, they're saying hold off a little bit, because you may be overlooking a certain detail here. Also, it feels like you're not considering your direction. It's like that you've been let out the starting gates and you're not entirely sure of what direction you're going in. And what they don't want you to do is kind of shoot off in one direction and then quickly find out, should have just held off a little bit. Yeah, we've got intuition. Your intuition could be very strong, as I mentioned. Within these kind of placements, you could have a very strong intuition around these kind of the end of the month with this Neptunian energy. This is Mercury in Cancer now. You could feel like you could be getting messages about the home, or a gut instinct about where you need to be. It could be that you're getting guidance or insight from someone as to sort of, oh, you should check out here, or you should go there. It's like your advice you're given, it might not be great. I feel like you need to be listening to your own intuition as opposed to any advice that you're getting, because I feel like it could be that you're invited somewhere and that you decide to listen to your own gut instinct and say no, rather than sort of take that offer. There's a strong assertive energy as well here. We've got the Assertion card here. This is the Sun in Aries. It's like you could also be getting either pressure from someone to do something, or being told that you should be doing something in a certain way, and your intuition is saying, no, I don't think that's the case. This is not how I feel. And someone's kind of putting a little bit of pressure on you, possibly, to make that decision. Yeah, someone's very hell-bent on trying to get you to, again, domination. Someone wants to take control of a situation here. This is Mars in Sagittarius. This could be that you are wanting to kind of, like I said, go travelling, or there's something... maybe there's a religious factor in all this. Maybe you're... maybe you've got an up-and-coming religious event that you're going to, or there's a religious holiday that you're part of, that you're attending. But it's like someone's wanting to rebel against all this. There's massive amounts of indecision. You're again, it's like this energy that I mentioned at the beginning. It's like you're totally undecided, indecision. Can you see the guy in the background that's kind of like, I don't know what to do, and then there's like this ghost floating, you know, illusionary. Just pay attention, make sure you're grounding yourself. This is not grounded energy here. Whatever you do, do not just sort of make random decisions. There is a timing issue here as well. It's to do with in the right time. There's also a love connection here that I feel that is possibly even part of this indecision, where you are trying to really focus on your intuition here as to whether or not this is going to work, or something around a love connection is going to work. Maybe you're trying to look into a connection around someone to see if they're available or not, but you are definitely not sure whether to kind of go ahead with this. You do feel excited. There is an anticipation around this energy, but I feel like either someone's trying to dominate you in terms of moving you towards a certain place or a certain decision and you're not sure about it, or you can't work out if you want involvement in this or not. You can't work out if you want involvement in this. There's a mix between excitement and enthusiasm and assertion and aggression, and you sort of stating your case, you standing your ground. I feel like you guys are going to want to make plans to do things here, and maybe even arrange to do things with this certain person possibly, or even alone if you're not connected to a love interest. There's a lot of Sagittarius energy here, so you could have fire signs in your chart. I'm seeing water signs, I'm seeing Cancer strongly, and I'm also seeing Aquarius, and I'm seeing Virgo and Taurus, as well as Aries and Gemini, of course. You could have made some kind of wish to yourself or promised yourself in Aquarius season that if by this date this wasn't going to come to fruition, you'd move on. But let's have a look. Let's pull some more cards. What else for Gemini, please? Gemini for the month of March 2020. What else is happening, please, for Geminis? Yeah, you guys, we've got companionship here. And also resourcefulness. It's like you're trying to find ways. I think you want to be around people. It's like you may even be fed up with the same old people. Maybe you're trying to look to meet new people. We've got originality here as well. You could be meeting someone new that is maybe a bit forceful, but it's like they're definitely not like anyone else. There's definitely originality to them. Again, I'm getting Aquarius reference again. The star. Maybe they're in the public eye. Someone is taking the bull by the horns here. It's like if you're not in a love connection, that is definitely someone is extremely dominating. Then this is an individual potentially around you that is coming up as you can't work out if you like them or you don't like them. It's like they're a little bit overbearing, if I'm totally honest with you. But there's something you enjoy about that energy. Wow. We've also got the revenge. This is a bit interesting now. This has now come up under the caution and the indecision card. It could well be that you feel like you want a clean start with someone or to cut away from that person, but they've done you wrong and you don't know how to handle that situation. Maybe you're not sure if that's the person that's done it, or maybe you're not sure if they've gone off with someone else, but you're trying to figure it out over this month. But you're definitely not happy. Like I said, there's a part of you that maybe this person wants to come back and you're debating it, because we've now got loss as well. We've now got the loss card. So it could be that you felt like maybe you'd lost out to something, and so you're wanting to have revenge for that. It could be that maybe you knew they were moving on to someone else, if this is a love connection, and so now you want to kind of assert your authority. But it could be, let's say, maybe you're around them still and you don't know for definite, but you think there may be someone else, because we've also got rebellion as well. Now again, if this is not a love interest, this just feels very kind of like you trying to rebel against things, workplaces, people, situations where you're just like, don't put me in this box. I don't want to be here. I want to stand my ground. If you are expecting me to do this, then you're going to have to learn the hard way. But it feels very much like this is the center of this is a love connection, if I'm totally honest with you. But if it's not love, then I feel like there is an individual in your life that this is where you're battling. You're battling through this over the course of March. Someone here, now if this is not you, it's going to be the other person, and obviously take this as it resonates, is they've got their eyes on, someone's a bit materialistic here. Either they use people to, because we've got resourcefulness, companionship and fortune, all right, and that's all in one row. Someone could be trying to use someone here for the purposes of their own fortune, as in they don't really know if they care, but it's like what they can offer them is good. So someone could be using them for money. I'll be real honest with you, this energy, again, this may not be for everyone. Let's pull some more. Let's I mean, personally, if this is, let me get some advice for that, if you relate to that spread, because we're going to do some more here, because that's a lot of, okay, if you, the advice, if you relate to that spread is, right, there's a risk if you continue here, so don't, you know, just, there's a risk, and it's generosity in reverse, so I wouldn't be extending a lot of energy onto this individual, because there's a high risk. So, I mean, if that doesn't put you off that information, then that's up to you. But personally, I wouldn't be entertaining that, you know. Let's see for Gemini. What else? What other information here? What other situations can we get here for Gemini? What else is happening, please, for Gemini for the month of March? Geminis, please, for March 2020. Gemini. Someone's in a really... I'll be honest with you, I've just linked into that energy and it was like, I just had an eye for an eye. I wouldn't be getting involved in that. It's going to go in circles, you know? Wow. Someone is on a freaking high power. Like, this feels like ego. I'm going to be real with you. Domination and idealism. Someone is not it's like someone wants to win at all costs. Domination and idealism. Someone wants to win at all costs here and they don't care. This doesn't feel like the best energy. What else can you tell me, please, about Gemini for the month of March 2020? Gemini, please. Yeah. Can you just do me a favour? If this is you, if you're involved in an affair, just be careful, because someone is not a happy bunny, and I feel like it could, it's not great. Just be careful. Wow. Someone is working really hard on a project. Someone is working really hard and they're focusing their energy on something here. We've got concentration. There could be a bit of jealousy around this because we've got riches in reverse. We've got order in reverse. So this feels a bit chaotic. This feels a little bit chaotic energy here. And then we've got fortune upright. We've got fortune upright with sun in Leo. This is very strong fire energy. Let me just see what else they're going to show me for this. It feels like work. What else can you show me for this, please, Spirit? What else can you show me for this situation, please? Someone is not wanting to give up their money or their time. It's like, this is I'm going to be real. This is like a miser energy. This is like, I don't want to spend money. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Yeah, it's like someone is trying to... someone's using someone for their money. Someone is being used for their money here. I feel like the monkey meme where it does that. Yeah, someone... Let me just clarify this, because it's romance in reverse. underneath concentration, charity in reverse, underneath riches in reverse, companionship underneath order in reverse, and then fortune with risk. So do me a favour, if you are getting a serious commitment underway with someone that you are worried about your money, please make sure that you do all the necessary checks, because personally I would be as well with this kind of level of cards and what they're telling me. What else can you tell me for this situation, please? Someone's, oh my, yeah, look, we've got arguments. What is the arguments about? This is some oh my goodness, this is getting really intense energy now. There's arguments over manipulation. We've got quarrel and manipulation. Someone is deliberately, going after someone's money. Someone's going after someone's money. What the heck? Alright, whatever this is, can you just do me a favour and, like, no. Like, just no. Extremism. Scorpio energy now. Let me just pull one more card and then I'm going to summarise. What else can you tell me about the situation, please? For Gemini. Goodness me, I hope this, I would be running the other way if this was me. I'm going to be really honest with you. I would be running the other way. And we've got restlessness. So it feels like someone's just kind of, it feels like this is an opportunist. I'm going to be really honest with you. This feels like an opportunist. It's like they might even be trying to pick arguments for them to sort of go away a bit and do their own thing. But there's a manipulation here. And they're not in it for the right reasons. And my guides are saying get rid. Let me just see what else is going on. Oh goodness me, this is horrible. Hopefully that's one person and not Gemini, please, for March 2020. I'm getting revenge again. I'm getting revenge over and over and over again, and now I'm getting like goosebumps. Can you just do me a favour if this is you? Don't move away from that. And if you feel, because you got to remember that this is revenge twice now. So if you are moving away, make sure you're doing it in a safe way, you know, as in moving away from this person. If you've got any concerns, obviously, definitely I would be logging this if it's serious enough, and possibly if it's a police matter, then I would be logging it with them personally. But this doesn't look good. This really doesn't look good. I feel a bit sick. Gemini for the month of March 2020. Gemini for the month of March 2020. Gemini for the month of March. Wow. This is the same energy. Someone is with someone that's like a domineering, very overpowering energy, and it's like someone's scared to go. But I feel like someone's making a decision, I think. But look, domination in reverse and indecision in reverse. So just, again, it doesn't have to be that extreme where it's, you know, but maybe you're free will, maybe you're very easily led, or maybe you're the kind of person who isn't sure what they want, and so you'll just go along with what the next person says. This is the month not to do that, because you're going to get caught unaware. It's like you're going to get caught with things, it's like that you don't want. Just be aware to not get caught up in that. Yeah, you've got choices coming up here. There's definitely choices. There's definitely indecision and choices. Could be a Libra, could be an Aquarius, could be an air sign. Again, someone feels like they're trapped. Someone feels like they're trapped. You could be discussing this with friends. You may have had discussions with friends where your friends have said, run. Or there could have been physical exchanges. And if that is the case, run. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. I'll be really honest with you. Unfortunately, it's more common than you think. I wish it wasn't, but it is. Escape. Okay, so we've got Mars in Pisces here. So this is, again, it's telling you here that you're going to have a choice whether or not to remove yourself from this kind of situation. Now, if you're sitting here going, this is not me, this is not my energy, this is not something that I can relate to, then firstly I'm actually happy that it isn't. That's number one. And number two, it might be worth checking your other astrological placements here. Someone feels like they're not devoted to the other person. Someone feels like you feel like there was flattery done, or someone's just sort of lip servicing where they're telling you, oh yeah, you know, maybe you're starting to see through the flattery. Okay, maybe you're starting to see through that they're not as devoted as maybe what they made out, because this is devotion in reverse and flattery in reverse. But it's like you've kept in the situation because you thought it would change. Endurance. No, go. You need to go. You need to leave. All right? You need to leave. The advice is escape. Leave. This is not going to change. This person's not going to... Just leave. Leave, leave, leave. That's the advice. Right. Let's see what else. Gemini. Messages for Geminis for March 2020. Okay. There's definitely some positive achievement here. We've got exaltation and achievement. Exaltation is very positive. It's usually about a fortunate placement. And achievement, someone's getting a pay rise. That's definite. Someone's also being considered for a work situation that maybe that they weren't expecting. And there's also celebration around, there's a baby girl here coming for someone. There's a baby girl coming for someone. And if you haven't conceived yet, then it's a baby girl. And if you find out in this month, it's a baby girl. There could even be more than one, if I'm totally honest with you. And you've got also a restlessness energy again. There's very much this restlessness of wanting to get out there, wanting to change your environment, wanting to do certain things, wanting to travel, wanting to change everything. You may also have an issue around friendship groups or other friends that maybe don't share your way of life. Maybe you've outgrown them. Maybe you've outgrown these friends. Maybe you're sitting thinking that you want to meet new people, and that's why you want to travel. But there's definitely a contemplation for travel. And maybe you're scared and worried about what that would mean, how that would go. Messages for Gemini, please. Messages for Gemini. Gemini, please. Yeah, I feel like you guys have got money coming to you, because this is now, look, we've got ostentation and riches. Ostentation and riches. This is like, I mean, again, another star. I keep seeing star references. It's like Aquarius energy. It feels like something you're investing in or you've put time into is going to pay off. What the heck? I'm trying to see what that is. Yeah, it's like something solid, practical. Something solid and practical. You may even be moving. There may be a move coming. An investment in property. What is this originality card, please? What is originality? Maybe you're starting out, you want to do something that you haven't done before. Maybe you're wanting to, goodness me. I'm going to be honest with you, we've got now the revenge card coming up again. With appreciation and organisation. Pay attention for people that are a little bit jealousy, possibly, over either an upgrade in your job, or you finding out you've got a pay rise, or you finding out that you are getting a promotion. There's peers potentially here that are gonna, I just feel like there's a little bit of the green-eyed monster here. And you could have actually, I mean, look, I'm going to be real honest with you. This is like a bit snaky kind of behaviour. I feel like you might even be friends with these people and you might have even helped them before. And it's like, there's just a hint here of where you're now relying on them to help you, or you're now getting the good news. They're a bit kind of snobby about it, or I don't know. There's just something about it. I just don't. It's like there's a jealousy. I'm going to just put it out there. There's a jealousy with you guys. Someone is jealous over what you're gaining this month, and I feel like there could be 3 positive things, and I don't think it's just money. It could be a promotion, money, and then because of that you're changing your home, or there's an upgrade, but there's 3 positive things. And someone's really, do you know, I'm seeing someone's face. Now this is not going to apply to everyone, but this is one individual. They've got dark brown hair and it's like wavy. It's like a tousled curls, I would call it. This is a fairly slender lady here. I say lady, I would say she's between 20 and 35. My guides are like, she's a bitch. Look, I'm gonna just be real and say, yeah, possibly she is. Like, I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, she's a total bitch. Like, I'm not even gonna backtrack on that, because now I'm just like, I just don't like this energy. Sorry guys, if this is your friend, don't like this energy. Not a fan. Someone's just jealous. It's like, oh god, can't you be happy for someone? And I feel like if this is you and you relate to that, you've really struggled. I feel like you've really struggled and you've really tried your best, and you're actually a really good friend to her. And now I'm getting annoyed for you, and she's not worth it. All right, she's not. That is your classic when they've got. I'm going to be mean now, but I'm going to be real. That's when classic, they've got nothing going for them, and they look at you, and rather than actually bettering themselves and doing something about it, they put all their venom towards you. That's fine. Let her do her thing. You do your thing, and then when this starts getting even more better for you, she'll still be moaning about it, because rather than putting her energy into something positive, she hasn't. So, messages for Gemini, please, for March. Messages, what's happening for Gemini season, for March for Gemini. What's happening in March, please, 2020 for Gemini. That one wants to come out. You could be putting your time and energy into things and people that may need to be revised. I'm just going to put that out there. You could be the most lovely person on the planet and you could be getting used. There's a theme here. You know what I mean? Like, there's a few energies here that I feel like you're putting your energy into, and it's like people are just kind of slapping your hand away. You're trying to reach out and help, and people aren't. Messages for Gemini, please. Messages for Gemini. Yeah. Look after yourself. Don't be getting involved in that. Protection. Look after yourself. Moon in Aries. All right. Now I'm going to be honest with you. The moon is the actual moon is conjunct Neptune on the 23rd. The moon is conjunct Mercury on the 22nd of March, and the moon is conjunct Sun and Chiron in Aries on the 24th of March. So I'd be paying attention specifically for the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. I wouldn't be entertaining fuckery around those days, or at all, essentially. But the fact that this has come up with the moon in Aries and protection, I would be looking out for the 22nd, 23rd and 24th of March to make sure that if you're not feeling comfortable around people and that they're wanting to come around you, don't entertain it, and pay attention to your gut instincts. But obviously don't forget, because we've got all this Neptunian energy which is very illusionary, I would say yes, use your gut instinct, and if you know 100%, then that's great. But if you've got an ounce of doubt, I wouldn't but they're just saying protect yourselves from that energy, because it's not. Be flexible. Don't sit and gun for anyone just for the sake of it. Be flexible here. There's a versatility that's required. It just means that if someone is really not kind of being fair, then you put your foot down. But don't be so rigid that you're kind of like dismissing them. If on the 22nd they do one thing, you're like, right, bye. Be open-minded about it, because again, the Neptunian is very illusionary energy here. So just utilize that gut instinct of yours, but don't let it rule you, or especially if you're not grounded, make sure you're grounding yourself. And if you're not sure, don't just kind of shoot off and accuse people of things. All right. Yeah, it's like we've now got fortune again. Someone in a romantic capacity is not being flexible here. Someone is being very rigid around a romantic situation. Let's tune into this energy. Someone is being very rigid about... I'm just hearing finance again. Finance, finance, finance. There's people have a lot to say here because the cards are going absolutely everywhere. Yeah, someone is not being organised. Someone is not being flexible around how they organise their time around a romantic relationship, and I feel there's a frustration here that's building. What else can you tell me, Spirit? Again, it's actually a very positive romance because we've got romance and exaltation together. Don't be too, again, rigid. Make sure that you're just being open-minded about if someone is let's say someone's busy at work and then they're not seeing you a lot. Be open-minded about this. Don't forget we are in Mercury in retrograde, which means communication sometimes could be conflicting, and so we need to wait until after that energy if we're having long-term sort of important discussions. And even if we have discussions, just pay attention for any miscommunications because it's a high likeliness at this point up until the 9th, 10th of March, all right? Someone is not being flexible. No. Yes, someone's not being flexible. Someone's being really stubborn in a relationship, all right? And it's like they're very old school. Someone's very old school, very kind of organisation and grounded. Could be an earth sign, could be a Taurus, Capricorn and or Virgo. Could be a Scorpio or have a Scorpio or Aquarius in their chart. And if not, I'm seeing Taurus heavily and Capricorn. Big style. Yeah, pay attention for them to be very kind of do this, do that. I'm the man, or, you know, I'm the... Yeah, it just feels a bit masculine, this energy here. When I say a bit masculine, very masculine, it feels very stereotypically masculine. My guide just said a rude word. Yeah. Someone is way too submissive. Someone is submitting into this situation because they're scared the other person's going to leave them. And if you don't believe me, we've got submission in reverse and companionship in reverse. It's like they are allowing this situation to continue. Again, the advice for this energy here is you must assert yourself. Okay, that's the advice. You have to assert yourself. This is not going to improve otherwise. All right, you must assert yourself. Must assert yourself. This is the Sun in Aries. We are going into Aries from the 21st. Or sorry, we're not going into Aries on the 21st. Yeah, we are. 21st of March is Aries. So it could well be around that day, and especially around these other placements. You're like, rah, you know what I mean? You're getting your own back. Assertion. What else is going on here? Yeah, you're definitely standing your ground with this situation. And again, it doesn't have to just be romance. It could be even work. Someone is not making a decision. Someone is deliberately not making a decision because they're scared to. Again, if this is a job situation, it's like you don't want to leave. This could be a boss. I'll be really honest with you. This could be actually a boss that is doing this. Decision in reverse. What else can you tell me about the situation, please, Spirit? We've got seduction in reverse. What else can you tell me? Yeah, it's like someone is not even shy to kind of you know, to season the information they're giving. I feel like someone is being absolutely brutal with this information. It's like they don't give a shit. I'll be honest with you, if this is you putting up with this, my hat goes off to you, because I'd have lost my shit by now. Being really honest with you. We've got publicity in reverse, risk in reverse, enthusiasm in reverse, health in reverse, and speculation. Why do I feel like someone is watching this and this is relating to a famous person? Why do I feel like that? We've got publicity in reverse. Someone does not. This could be. Pay attention for someone in the public eye that has a Gemini link. You're going to be finding out about this. Publicity in reverse. Okay, so they're trying to keep things hidden. They don't want this. They don't want this to get out. Risk in reverse. They don't want anything to be risk. Maybe population. For their reputation wise, or maybe for if it's a work connection for that, but they don't want to risk anyone knowing about this, right? We've got enthusiasm in reverse, so it feels like this is a sadomasochist or something, someone that doesn't want to see people happy. It's like there's a controlling element here. We've got health in reverse, so this could be affecting your health or someone else's health. Maybe there is a mental health issue around this person. I've got Sun in Virgo. They could have a Virgo link again, and more earth energy. And then we've got speculation in reverse. So someone is doing their best not to do this in public. It could be that they're undermining you one-on-one, and then when you're around people, it's like you're being gaslit. There's gaslighting going on, where it's like you're doubting your own mind. You're doubting whether or not that even happened. And I'm here to tell you, you're not wrong. Unfortunately, I wish you were, and I wish I was wrong, but you're not wrong, and you need to kick some butt is the nicest possible way. And I'll be really honest with you, I feel like I've got to pull out my I'm going to just say it. I went on a date a while back, and this guy, I went to leave and he wouldn't let me leave. He wouldn't let me go. And I was like, wow, thank you for showing me your true colours. Went to walk off. Wouldn't listen. Got in my space. Got in my face. And I was like, I'll warn you now. Like, just to give you a heads up, I'm not going to tolerate that. You need to let me go. I gave him like 2 warnings. I shouldn't laugh. This is really not funny, but I have to laugh now because of what happened. I gave him 2 warnings. I said, look, you're not respecting what my request is here. You need to leave me alone. And he didn't listen. Very bizarre. And to be honest with you, the only reason I even entertained this date is because I'd known them when I was younger, and I was like, it was a very nostalgic feel. Anyway, in the end, they didn't listen, and I lost it. It was like someone had been poking me in a cage. It's like they're poking at an animal here, and just don't get into that. And by the way, just a heads up, I do have my sun in progressed in Gemini, and I have my moon now progressed in the 3rd house. So I think I may have been channeling my inner Gemini. Anyway, so I absolutely let rip. Let rip. Now, just FYI, my moon is Scorpio in the 12th house. So my eyes turned dark. They just went black. And I just asserted my point. And this person's face was like, yeah, thank you. I'm going home now. Now the point's been made. Now, this is an extreme way. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that because that's a really extreme way. But I'm just telling you now, if you really feel you're at risk, and they're not listening to you, and this was in a freaking dark, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, do I have to really, because I can defend myself, just an FYI. And yes, he's a male, but I've defended myself against males before, and I will do it again if ever I need to. And as I say, he shit himself. So, and I'm not saying you should, take unnecessary risks, but if you go and get self-defense classes, if you need to do it, do it. If you feel comfortable where you can defend yourself against this kind of scenario, do it. Right, let's get some outcomes for Gemini. Outcomes for Gemini for the month of March 2020, please. I want to get some different cards. Yeah, let's get some of the energy oracle cards here. Don't forget, you've got a couple of good things coming to you for this month. outcome for Gemini, please, Spirit, for Gemini for the month of March 2020. March 2020, please. March 2020. What is the outcome, Spirit? March 2020 for Gemini. What is the outcome? Again, I feel like you need to stand your ground. The thinking woman, there's got to be some decisions made here, and you're going to be thinking them through as to what your best options are. Fair enough. What else is the outcome, please? The seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. Call upon Archangel Uriel for support into channeling your crown information, downloads, intuitive insights. You could have a blocked crown chakra, so just make sure maybe looking into crown chakra cleanse. I've also got financial constraints here. So we had a lot about money and more money. Maybe you're making an investment that leads potentially to financial constraints, so just pay attention for that, because it just feels like there may be an imbalance with the money side of things. You're maybe getting a lot and then you're spending it quickly maybe, and it's maybe a bit imbalanced. We've got Journey here. What else can you tell me? Outcomes for Gemini, please, for March. Yeah, you make sure you rest. Don't sort of, we've got rest and rejuvenation. There's definitely a need for calm and rest and sort of. Outcome for Gemini, please. Outcome for Gemini. You could also be travelling for the month of March, or going on sort of a trip, journey somewhere. There could be a lesson that you're learning as well, of course, but yeah, look, envy. Someone is envious. Again, what the heck? Outcome for March. Let's get some good news, for goodness sake. Let's get some good news. Outcome for March. Let's get some good news here. Come on, outcome, Gemini, March. Anxiety, well, that's not good news. Come on, let's get some decent news here. So fifth chakra, which is your throat. So throat chakra and crown chakra, I'd be looking into doing some cleansing there. Throat chakra, of course, is, again, we've got Mercury in retrograde. So Mercury is ruling the communication, and obviously throat chakra is heavily to do with communication. Maybe you're holding back so much that you're not saying your truth, and therefore that's blocking your throat. Could be to do with this work situation or love life, but let's have a look. Angel of Strength, there we go. This is about teaching you how to, again, to understand your own strength. So if you're really going through this is about to teach you your warrior mode. This is about learning to be upgrading your warrior status. I'll be honest with you, because I'll be honest, this is the kind of energy I've been picking up for the last couple of signs now. There's some freaking weird energy about. And again, woman holding a coin. So weirdly, we've got financial constraints and woman holding a coin. So it could be that your money is either going to be hit or miss this month, all right? And final card, outcome. Please give me some positive news, for the love of God. Sixth chakra, so throat, third eye and crown. I would be looking at doing a cleanse on that. There's also the Magician in the mirror, so there's something about the situation that's trying to teach you something. It could be karmic, maybe that you've been so submissive that they're trying to get you to understand your power, and so they're bringing you people to get you to learn that. Now obviously, if this is a physically risky situation, then obviously I'm not sitting there saying, oh, they've brought you a person to beat you. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you must try and learn how to self-defense. There are obviously, if you are at risk, please do seek some support. There are women's charities or even men's charities, but please do try and get some support. Speak to someone that understands, all right? Learn self-defense, learn empowerment techniques. Google empowerment techniques or how to make yourself feel better. But this is a lesson, I feel, into you improving your strength. Okay, guys? So hopefully that's been of some help. That's your reading for Gemini Gemini for the month of March 2020. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. All of your likes, shares and subscriptions, it means a lot. If you do want to make a note in the comments, if you found this useful, maybe feedback, it does help me. The more you're writing in the comments, the more I'm getting used to your energy, and I can interact with you and kind of read you a bit better. So do, if you feel comfortable, please do send me a little comment. And until next time, tomorrow's video is going to be Cancer for March 2020. Take care. Bye.